Hi, I have in front of me here the Zorro power bank. Basically, the capacity storage of this is 8,400 milliamp hours, and it comes in this outer box here. So, in brief, the purpose of the product is you charge it up, and it's a portable storage device you can bring with you for charging either an iPhone or a tablet. Okay. The key features on this particular product is that it's two port outputs on it. One is a 5 volt 1 amp, which would be ideal for iPhones, etc. And the other one is a 5 volt 2 amp output. And that really would be ideal for tablets really, but of course it can be used with phones, etc. The key thing to note when you're talking about amperage and things like this is that you can overspec the amperage without any damage, but you can't underspec it. So if something demands, we'll say 1.2 amps, you can use a 2 amp output on it, but you can't use a 1 amp output on it. So let's just look at what comes inside the actual kit here. So we have a user manual here with the main event, which is the battery. I'll come back to this. And then we have a range of different outputs here on it, and we've cables here as well. So basically it allows us to take the output via the USB port that's on this cable, which you could push in here. I might actually demonstrate this now in a moment. And then you can have a range of different outputs on it. So you can have a mini USB, a micro USB, an iPhone 4 connection on it. We also have this outer bag here just for transporting the unit itself. Obviously in reality you'd only bring the adapters that you need with you if you're transporting it around. So what we'll do here is I'll just give a quick demonstration on it here. I'll just pick up the unit and I'm just going to insert the cable here into the USB port on it. Sorry, just have the wrong way around. And we just insert it here, and at this point here is actually the 2 amp output we have on it. So I come along here and I insert it here. I'd have an adapter that's suitable for the iPhone 4 or the older tablets, the iPad tablets, okay? And we could simultaneously be running a port from the other side. When we actually come to power this, we'll just see that it's marked in on this particular unit. You might be able to focus in it, but don't worry on that. It's a micro USB input port on it, okay? So what products don't come with this that you might possibly want, okay? Well, the first thing I'm going to mention here is you could come along and you could use this. It's an associated product of it listed on the website. It's a micro USB to a USB. And a perfect charger that we could use in conjunction with this would be something like this iPhone charger here. This particular one has two outputs on it. There's a 1 amp and a 2 amp output on it. So it'd make it pretty ideal for this product because it's suitable for charging it. The actual input on this is 5 volts 1 amp, okay? Now, one note I'm going to say on this here is that the overall charging time on it is listed at about 8 hours. In terms of the amount of charges we'll be able to get out of it, you'll be able to charge your phone, they reckon, about 6 times from this, which probably lead me to believe tablets you probably do maybe 2 to 3 times directly from it. What I'm going to do now is I'm just below the table here, or actually bring it into focus here. I just have a power bank, a socket here, and what we'll do here is I'll just come along. I'll actually just, if it won't sit at the table well, I'll just come along. I'm just going to charge this directly here. Okay, we can see all the lights light up here. Okay, so it's charging away now. We can see it's 2 lights have lit up in it, and the 3rd light here is charging. And obviously, as it charges along, it'll go to the 4th light then as well. So it gives a pretty clear indication on that. In terms of some of the features, I'm just going to disconnect this because we have a little bit of power in it. If we come along here and I got my iPhone and we charge directly onto it, what we can do with the iPhone here is I'll just push it directly on. And you might think that it'll start charging immediately, but it doesn't. But if I come along and press the power button, it flashes now, and you can actually turn on the battery to tell it to start charging. Okay, just going to disconnect this whole thing here. We're disconnected there. One final and pretty cool feature on it is if I hold down the button, flashlight comes on. Okay, so it's a pretty nice product. It's part of a wider range of battery portable battery banks we have. We have a smaller one that's a little bit larger than the credit card that's suitable just for phones, and that's quite a popular product as well. So it sits there very nicely in the range of cables we have, all the rest of it. The one adapter you might notice that we didn't have with this particular kit that came with it is the charger for the iPhone 5 and the iPhone 6. We have those also available on our website, so it sits quite nicely with it. So I think this is really ideal for people who are sort of going to a place where bringing a charger or they can't be sure of a local power source, something like that. To bring something like this is really, really neat and handy. So that's it anyway, an overview of the Zorro power bank with a power storage capacity of 8,400 milliamp hours.